My question to the couples or to the B couples, what would you like to have in a relationship? Intimacy or romance? I can hear romance, I can hear intimacy too. But the answer is romance in the initial stages of marriage is fine. After a point, it needs to fade out and intimacy needs to set in. Because intimacy is long standing. Romance is in the initial phase of marriage where there is more of physical attraction, where there is more of the hormone of love happening there, where romance is needed. But intimacy is a language by itself. This is where I encounter a lot of problems in couples today. Okay, why? Why is that intimacy is becoming a problem? Everybody wants to be intimate in the relationship. But then why? What is the problem? If I ask a couple, who come to me to list out, what is it that they identify as their emotional needs? They come with different sets of answers. Okay, before I go into that, when the question of need comes, most of us know what our physical needs are, food, water and all that stuff, oxygen, whatever. Without that, definitely we may die. But emotional, these are physical needs, these are emotional needs. You mean to say people cannot survive when the emotional needs are not fulfilled? Many a times I've heard people say, I feel like dying because I've not got what I really wanted to. There are times that your physical need also becomes your emotional need. Say for example, you're deprived of food. Now let's take this situation as an example. You're deprived of going out. Your physical need of wanting to go and get fresh air, wanting to go and meet someone, eat a pizza or eat a burger, whatever. It could be a physical need which you are not able to accomplish due to certain constraints that we have. But when that is being able, say for this, after these 21 days, everybody would want to go out, everybody would want to go and eat something or drink something that they want to. So at that time, food, which is basically an physical need, becomes an emotional need also. There are times that food you start craving for, and we always say food becomes an emotional pacifier. When you're upset, you crave for more food, junk food, where food becomes an emotional pacifier. When your emotional needs are not met, you come up with your physical needs to compromise on your emotional needs. Okay, what are emotional needs? Like I asked you, when I ask couples, they come with a list of things. And it will be a joke if I tell you. The lady comes with a list of things. The man comes with a list of things. Most of the time, the order is in the reverse. Whatever is the primary need for the female becomes the last need for the male. Whatever is the primary need for the male becomes the last need for the female. Now tell me, are we both talking in a language that the spouse can understand? Because we have certain expectations. The women have certain expectation. Men have certain expectation. But they assume, learn it, they assume that if the female wants this, this is what the man will also want. The man assumes, if I want these are exactly the needs of my spouse too. Contradictory. So let us see what would be the basic need that we need to work out on. Primarily, it is expression of affection. 2, it is intimate conversation between the couple. 3, could be a form of reciprocal companionship. It could be doing any work. Say for this example where we don't have anybody to help us, the husband and wife could take part in the kitchen. That is a reciprocal companionship. It could be a recreational companionship, sitting and watching TV together, whatever. It could be recreational or reciprocal, whatever it is. Then comes the sexual need. But when the lists are not the same in both cases, there is a lot of confusion that the female feels that she is deprived of the emotional need that the man needs to give her. Whereas the man thinks, these are the things, primary things that I am giving her. Why isn't it that she is not able to understand? What is it to talk? We just need to have a physical relationship. What is there to talk could be the question for the man. Whereas for the female, it could be more of talking. It could be more of expression of love. So understand that you're talking two different languages. Unless you both concur to have a similar language, you might not understand what you mean by intimacy, how to express your intimacy, how to enrich your intimacy, how to empower your marriage with these intimacies. So ask yourself today, what is it that you think your marriage lacks? What is it that your spouse is not able to understand because you have not expressed to him or her? Exactly what is it that needs to be changed? You could have a different template, he could have a different template. I think both of you must merge your templates to have a common template that both of you are comfortable. Otherwise, it is like living in a snake pit. Imagine putting your hands into a snake pit, how dangerous it is. So, working on different templates, expecting the other person to understand without expressing what your needs are, might be very difficult. So, to make your intimacy more stronger, start expressing. Understand and talk in the same language that both of you are comfortable with. I hope from today onwards, you both will list out what is it that you want to make your marriage more intimate and more enduring. Thank you.